Park's busy today. Very busy. All right, folks, we are here at St. Andrews State Park. We're going to do some parks on the air. This is Kilo 1917. My name is Bob, KK4DIV. Stick around and see what we can do.
At the beginning of the trail, there's this pretty cool old sawmill that was restored by an Eagle Scout project some time ago. A little bit further down, there used to be an old turpentine still. However, the hurricane blew it away a couple years ago. Here's a picture of what it used to look like. You can still see the foundation sitting there.
What do we have here? That looks dangerous. Oh, it's flooded. Trail's a little flooded. Guess one good aspect of that, there shouldn't be that many people on the trail. I don't see any tracks through here. Don't see any tracks at all. Yeah, we're coming up to the water here. Still don't see any tracks on the ground, so as far as I can tell, there hasn't been anybody out here hiking the trail today, which is fine by me, and I got it to myself. Yeah. St. Andrews Bay out there. This is the lagoon. Across the way is the port of Panama City. Yeah, let's do it right over here. We're off the trail. Good distance off the trail. Won't be bothering anybody. Let's set up right here. Could set up under the shade. Even better. Yes, let's do it. All right, this looks like a good spot. Get this heavy backpack off. Got my little portable stool here, which is really kind of handy when you're doing something like this. Just gives you a place to rest your butt, if you know what I mean. Just like that. Kilo 2 Mike Alpha Bravo. All right, yeah, good signal. 5-9 into St. Andrews State Park. The number here is Kilo 917.
Roger that. Heavy 553, Southwest Missouri, 73. Thank you for the park.
All right, well, thank you. Good to know I'm getting into Missouri. Yeah, we're only operating 10 watts out of an IC-705, so thank you. You're my first one today, so I appreciate it.
Operating from St. Andrews State Park, Kilo 1917.
Kilo 9, 3 Echo, X-ray Yankee, Sierra.
All right, I had a couple of them in there. Let's go with, I think, a Kilowatt 9 station. Go ahead.
Kilowatt 9, Echo, X-ray, Yankee, or 55 in Indiana,
QSL, thank you for the 55 in Indiana. You're 5-9 into St. Andrews State Park in Panama City, Florida, Kilo 1917.
Hi, QSL. Thank you very much for the activation and the new park. Stay safe.
All right, thank you. 7-3. The other station calling, go ahead.
Kilo 3, Echo, Foxtrot, Sierra.
All right, Kilo 3, Echo, Foxtrot, Sierra. You're also 5-9 into St. Andrews State Park in Panama City, Florida, Kilo 1917.
QSL, you're 5-3, 53 Pennsylvania, QSL.
All right, QSL, the 53 in Pennsylvania. Thank you so much for the contact, 7-3.
7-3.
Kilowatt 9 India question mark. Go ahead.
Kilowatt 9, India, Hotel, Mike, India, Hotel, Mike, 5353 Tennessee, QSL.
QSL 53 in Tennessee, Kilo 9 India Hotel Mike. You're also 5-3 into St. Andrews State Park in Panama City, Florida. Number is Kilo 1917.
QSL to 53, QSL to 53 into Park 1917, QSL to 53 into 1917. Have a great afternoon, 7-3.
All right, you enjoy the rest of your weekend as well. 7-3. QRZ for Parks on the Air. This is Kilo 4 Delta India Victor. November 4 Tango India Zulu. You're 5-5 into Park Kilo 1917, St. Andrews State Park here in Panama City, Florida. All right, well, I love that radio. That's what I'm using right now. I've got it on an external battery, so we're doing about 10 watts. Fantastic little radio. I love this thing. All right, well, thanks for the contact there, and you have a good rest of your weekend, 7-3. All right, thank you. QRZ, Kilo 4 Delta India Victor, Parks on the Air. Let's see, Whiskey 4 Zulu Hotel Alpha, I believe it was. 5-3 into St. Andrews State Park here in Panama City, Florida. The number is Kilo 1917. QSL on Park 5499 and 3971. Awesome. Thank you for the park to park today. All right, you as well. Thank you. QRZ for Parks on the Air. This is Kilo 4 Delta India Victor.
Kilo Charlie 4 Yankee Lima Charlie.
Kilo Charlie 4 station again.
Here's Kilo Charlie 4 Yankee Lima Charlie. KC4YLC. I have you 5-7 South Carolina.
All right, thank you for the 5-7. You're 5-9 into St. Andrews State Park here in Panama City. Number is Kilo 1917. QSL?
QSL, thanks for the activation.
All right, thank you. And QRZ, I think there's another one in there from Kilo 4 Delta India Victor.
November 4 Hotel India Delta.
November 4 Hotel India Delta. You're 5-9 into St. Andrews State Park, Kilo 1917.
QSL, thanks a lot. 5-9 Kentucky. Thanks for doing it. Good luck.
All right, thank you for Kentucky. QRZ, Kilo 4 Delta India Victor, Parks on the Air.
Yankee, QSB, got you there at the end. You're about a 3-3. It's 33 here in Indiana. QSL.
QSL on the 3.3. I copied a Kilo 9 Echo X-Ray Yankee. Is that correct?
Kilo 9 Echo X-Ray Yankee. Roger, roger.
All right, thank you for the clarification. All right, well, we got 10 contacts, and it took about 20 minutes. Not even that, probably more like 15 minutes to get the 10 contacts. So I gotta say, this little endfed with the 9-to-1 unun works a lot better when you're sitting by some salt water and out in the open, unlike the state forest where I was a couple weekends ago. All right, we got PSK. I don't know if you can see that with the glare on the screen, but we are decoding PSK 31 using this little Raspberry Pi, and I've got VNC from my tablet into the Pi. Still having some problems. When you first initialize the program, it doesn't want to communicate with the radio. You got to go into the settings and check a checkbox, uncheck it, and go. The settings are right, but it's just not recognizing things from the get-go. So you kind of have to fidget with it a little bit, and I'm not real happy about that. I like to be able to just turn it on and go. So we still obviously have some work to do with this Raspberry Pi setup and the tablet and the IC-705. But yeah, it is working currently. Just that little bit there where you have to play with it. Very cool. I like the concept, but the execution at this point isn't exactly great. I don't know if y'all can read that, but we got a POTA contact on PSK. That's awesome. Yeah, using the little Raspberry Pi. So cool, cool, cool. So this is the antenna. I've had this bamboo, I guess it's a crappy pole. It's a crappy pole. Anyway, had this bamboo pole for quite a while. I've used it a few times and never been real happy with it. It works. It's a little flimsy, especially as it gets closer to the top there. But it works okay for holding up this little wire. This is some copper clad aluminum. I think it's like 14 gauge, something like that. And it has it works okay holding that wire up. And as you see, I've kind of got it in an inverted V somewhat, if you can see that. I got it tied off to a tree over here, and then over here I just have it dangling. Probably not good on the coax nor the wire, but it is what it is. And this is the little 9-to-1 unun. You can see it's just kind of hanging here. Wish I had some string I could tie it up. It still puts a lot of stress on that, and I need to figure out a way to relieve the stress on that connector. But then I just threw the coax up over that branch to kind of keep it up, and then down to the tuner. And the tuner over here is the same tuner we use quite often with the IC-705 in this little go box. That's the Elecraft T1 tuner. A fantastic little tuner. It's the only Elecraft item, piece of equipment I own, but it works really nice with this Icom radio, and I like it for its size. It's very small, very small. And then we've got the IC-705 sitting there in its go box. We're running the 4.5 amp hour Bio-NO battery. We've got the Buddy Pole Power Mini, and it's connected to this little solar panel over here. So right now we are bringing in about an amp, 13.6 volts. So it's keeping the battery pretty well topped off. Battery we're using about 0.6 amps with the radio on and receive, and the Pi drawn off of that as well. And then we've got the tablet. That's a Galaxy Samsung Galaxy Tab 4 tablet with a keyboard there, VNC'd into the Raspberry Pi. And right now we've got the PSK going right there. So that's the station. Antenna, tuner, radio, Pi, solar, battery, all that stuff. Oh, but this has been the view today from this activation. Lots of boat activity out here. Lots of boat activity. All right, well, we've had some success here today. I think parking my butt next to the water is certainly helping some. You know, the last time I was out, I had a rough time with this endfed. And I think part of it was, you know, being inland a little bit and amongst the trees. And right here, I'm a little bit more open and right next to the salt water, so maybe that has something to do with it. We ended up getting 10, 11, 12, 13 contacts. 3 of them were on PSK 31. And yeah, so I would say, I mean, it's a success. It's not a great activation, but I met my objective, which was to load up the backpack, bring all this out here, and see if we could do a little bit better with this endfed antenna. The 10 contacts were made within 15 minutes of starting on sideband, so I think that's a pretty good indication that it does work better here by the salt water, or maybe conditions are just better today, I don't know. And then I fiddled around and played around a little bit, and I had to get all the Pi communicating with the IC-705 again. It's still not perfect, but it is working, and we did get 3 contacts on PSK 31, which was my number 2 objective. First, obviously, to activate the park, and number 2 was to make a PSK 31 contact. So we were able to do that, and so we're going to get everything packed up and start heading back to the truck. So we'll be back in a bit. All right, backpack is packed. Everything is back in it. This has been a good spot, but it is time to head back to the truck. We've been out here about 2 hours. Played around, activated Kilo 1917 St. Andrews Park for Parks on the Air, and now it's time to get hiking back to the... Well, we're walking back. I had to go back to the site real quick. I thought, you ever have that feeling you just forgot something? So I walked back. There was nothing on the ground. Cleaned up everything I brought with me. Now we're heading back to the truck. All right, folks, well, obviously I made it back to the truck, and we made it back to the house. So I'd like to thank everybody for tagging along today on our little adventure to St. Andrews State Park. Glad I was able to share it with y'all and actually activate the park with 10 sideband contacts and 3 PSK 31 contacts. So for now, we'll say 73. I'd like to thank everybody for watching. If you like what you see, as always, give this video a thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel down below. Until next time, we'll see you. This is Bob, KK4DIV. Bye-bye.